Hello everybody, I'm Don Counts. Welcome into Fayetteville Public Utilities Channel 6, and we're listening to us on the radio on WEKR AM 1240, The Breakfast Club, and on WYTM FM 105.5 Newsmakers. We appreciate them tuning in as well. We're here with our CEO, General Manager Britt Dye. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning, Don.
Got a lot going on. The weather's nice. Spring is here.
Yeah, it's getting warmer every day.
Yep, and warming up quick, and we got a lot going on. A lot of our guys are out working all over the county. We've got so much going on. We're going to talk about that today. We'll just go through our list. One of the things that's a new House bill about generator and solar safety. We have that on our website for people who might be interested in that. But bottom line is you need to be real careful in those situations.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we talked about that anytime you hook up an emergency generator and the back feed and how it can go back out on the power line and energize and transformer as well. So, you know, it has been passed now, a law of making sure that it is right. And, you know, if it's not right and somebody gets hurt or something other, you know, it's going to be a serious offense. Yeah. So, you know, read the law, look on our website, understand it. If you got any questions, give us a call when you get ready to hook up an emergency generator of any type. And so we can talk about it and make sure that it is correct.
And more homes have some solar, which could produce energy and send it back down the line as well. So you need to have that installed properly as well.
That is correct. And that's inspected as well before we ever tie into it to make sure that it's not going to backfeed. So, you know, along with TVA and others that gets that done as far as when it comes to a solar installation.
When we're talking about technology, we've come a long way here. You know, when me and you both, when I started even, you know, the meter reader went from house to house to actually get the meter every month. And that was a big deal. Well, now we have this AMI system, and that's been a big help for a lot of folks, and from the electric side, and including the water as well, and gas.
That's right. And, you know, with that, we've had a lot of good feedback from customers, especially, you know, from the water side, because we get to notify a customer saying you got a water leak because that alarm comes in saying you got an excess water usage. So we're able to call the customer and let them know that, and that's been a big benefit to the customer, and you know, they really appreciate it. But you know, now foliage is getting back on some of the trees, some of our line of sight, you know, the way we communicate to some degree. But now we're in the process of getting fiber to a lot of these areas, of having a direct feedback in here on the fiber line as well. So you know, it keeps improving with new technology, and we keep making improvements to try to keep up with new technology, but it's something that changes every day.
And speaking of that, you know, as the fiber infrastructure is continuing to be built, continuing now to be installed in so many places, give everybody an update on where we're at with the fiber installs around the county.
Well, right now we're on the southwest part of the county. You know, we still got a lot of fiber to install in some of those areas, and you know, hope that we can keep expanding. We're waiting on the state. You know, if they come out with some more of this grant money that was approved in their budget for broadband. We've already done all of our research on the unserved and underserved areas, so we already got all that information as well. So, you know, if they come out, we're ready to roll and send something into the state to see if we can get it approved some more grant money.
I know you have your ear to the ground to stay in touch with the folks at the state, Pat Marsh and all our representatives. You have connections with TVA, TECA, and all the people there. But the key thing is we want to continue to try to get these grants, as we've had, what, 2 grants so far?
That's correct. And, you know, we sent in a number the other day, and if we were to try to get broadband in the county area, you know, the unserved and underserved, you know, that's what makes it so tricky that folks don't understand is if you already got a service provider there and they offer what is supposed to be allowed to offer or going to offer, and they got that area, we cannot take grant fund and build in that area, because then it's not unserved or underserved.
That's right.
The only areas that we can spend the grant money in is unserved and underserved, which is very, very important to try to understand. Even though if we can offer a better service, which I think our service is second to none, of course, right. But, you know, we just can't do that.
One thing, as you look at that whole concept of so many people in these rural areas, they have absolutely nothing. Some of them have not even cell phone service. So some of them are pretty excited about getting this grant.
That's correct. And, the ones that, you have some providers that don't provide what they should provide. And, we can get into that area. But like if you got your other competitors out there that can provide the speed that's required, and then we are not able to come in that area. But, yeah, the ones that we've hooked up that's had nothing is very, very proud of getting what they have nowadays. And just it's amazing of how, happy they seem to be getting broadband.
Yeah, very good. Let's talk about something that you deal with a lot, rates. So rates are complicated. Y'all have to put the pencil to rates that come down from TVA, from the gas system, and then calculations of what it costs to get water and sewer and that kind of thing. But remind customer about seasonal electrical rates and how that works.
Well, you have winter rates, summer rates, and transition rates. And right now, we're in the summer month rate. And TVA put those three steps out through there. So with each one of those, the rate changes. Transition month is one rate, winter rate's another rate with so many months, summer's got so many months, and it's at a different rate. So it is getting more complicated based on what TVA does when it comes out to the rate structure. And, it somewhat changes every quarter just about, sometimes on a monthly basis. But we're waiting to see if TVA is going to come out with some more credit maybe that we can give back to the customer, and we won't know that for about another month or two.
Yeah. Well, and then we also have the monthly fuel cost adjustment.
The total monthly fuel cost adjustment is a pass-through from TVA to our customers.
Yeah. Okay. And that's something we put out each month to let people know what that adjustment is, and so you can calculate your bill. All right, well, let's look at substations. A lot of work going on in electric substations from Petersburg to Blanche, and seem like doing a lot of upgrades there.
That's right. We have a data circuit line down at the Macburg substation, for example. Now we're extending fiber all the way down 64 Highway West. If you ride out that way, you can see some of our contractors are installing fiber. We got a data circuit line, like I said, comes out of Macburg. We'll be hooking it straight up on fiber. And then we've been working a lot at Blanche as far as upgrading. And then as Petersburg as well, we just purchased and installed a 12, 16, 20 MVA transformer at Petersburg, which, like the others, I believe was like 1952 that the others, that's how old the other transformers were. Now they served in several different substations because they used to be at Park City. We picked them up out of Park City, moved them to Flintville when the load increased, and then moved them from Flintville to Petersburg. So, it's been around the 3 to 4 substations that we use those same transformers.
Now, those transformers, I'm assuming, have oil in them, right?
They do.
So they're extremely heavy.
They are.
We actually watched them put in the new transformer with a crane that you had to get brought in here. It was a huge deal, but but they last a long time, and that's a good thing.
They last a long time. At least the ones that were built back in the days last a long time. Now, I don't know how things are built today, but I know they are somewhat different in the way that the core and the coil is built inside of a transformer to some degree, and the oil's entirely different than what they use today and those kinds of things. But all you can do is, like with a 12, 16, 20, you got different stages of fans that kick on when they get to a certain temperature, which all of our substations just about have those same type stages. So you just hope everything works like it's, needed to work.
Yep. Well, we mentioned the electric rates, but natural gas rates, they have a decrease in May. I guess maybe that's because of demand will be down. Is that why that?
Well, the demand is down a little bit, through the summer. Plus the rates, NYMEX has changed just a little bit, so we could reduce the rates, and and that's what we decided to do, and we'll just see how long that lasts, and then if it comes time, or if we can decrease a little more, we will. If we got to increase, we'll have to increase the. When you're dealing with natural gas, the market is so volatile, and it's really a quick decision you have to make before we try to get our billing out.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's complicated to keep up with that for sure. And it's just one of those things, I guess, somebody has to keep their eye on, I guess.
Well, we look at it every month, and we look at it very closely every month, and, to compare where the rates need to be, and we try to adjust accordingly.
Okay. Let's talk about Smart Hub. Smart Hub has been a very good thing for us. We also have inside Smart Hub, we've got the outage management system, so people can get on there and actually report an outage and also see where if there are we know about the outage.
That's great, which comes in through the AMI, which is Advanced Meter Infrastructure. And like I said, we're getting a little foliage, so the communication might be just a little bit slow getting back in here now. It's not as quick as it is through the winter time when you have no leaves on the trees. But with all the fiber backbone that we're building now, we hope to improve that quite a bit. But it does work very good. Might just be a little slow at times, like I said, with the foliage, but we get all of our meter readings in, alarms come in, and those kinds of things. So if you get on that Smart Hub and learn how to use it, it's some very valuable information to the customer.
Absolutely, and you can get on the Apple or Android devices. Both can have it, so you can just get on there and download it. It's free, and it's a really good thing. But one thing that we don't want, sometimes we get people reporting outages to us on our social media, and sometimes that don't work. We don't get that to the people as quick as so that's not a real good way of reporting outages. You can, and we will respond to you as quick as we can, but that's a little bit more difficult. So try to get the Smart Hub or call. We still want people to call. We have people here to take your call. Payment options, we've got lots of those. Summer for folks maybe taking vacations and stuff. There's all kinds of ways you can pay online.
Absolutely. Plus you got bank draft.
Right.
We're finding out that bank draft works best. They all work very good, but your bank draft is very important if you ever want to think about doing that, but it comes in handy.
Yeah, that's the way I do mine, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. Just make sure you got enough money in there to pay it. All right. Britt, I know something you're proud of. We've been involved in a lot of youth programs here from the Washington Youth Tour each summer, and then we have the Student Utility Board now. But our Student Utility Board this year, Ambria Brown from RCA won our scholarship, and we had a great group of kids this summer, and that was not this summer, this past year. It's a little bit different though with COVID. We still tried to meet, we still social distance, but we missed a few meetings too because of COVID. So
we do, but we're trying to get back somewhat normal. I don't know if anything will ever be normal.
That's right,
because things have really changed since people's learned to do these WebExes and Zooms and all these kinds of things, and a lot of times it's really paid off for us because usually you might not have time to go to a meeting, but you can sit here and be doing a meeting at the same time you're working on something else.
That's
and
right.
I find that to be very, very important because I don't always have time to travel away to Nashville or Chattanooga for meetings on the TVPPA or TECA or down in ARAB, as well as the TVA board and stuff like that. But it's paid off for us to be able to attend more than normal, but plus it saves on the expenses too.
That's true.
It comes in very handy. Yeah,
we had one this past week or so, and it was like 4 hours, but I actually got to work and I stayed focused there at the desk, so it wasn't too bad. Plus, I learned along the way as well. So, one thing that we've got coming up that I want to tell everybody about, our SUB members have been selected for next year for the 2021-22. From Lincoln County High School, it's Adrian Christian. And does I say that right? Christian? I think that's right. Anyway, I should have looked at that better. Then we have Macy Hammonds and Michaela Martin. Then from Fayetteville High School, we got Charlie Burke. Did I say that right? Let's see here. Then we've got Lauren Petty and Jakia Small. And then from RCA, we've got Michael Black. That's a good program. Looking forward to that coming up. School will be starting before you know it. We start right off the bat in August with tell everybody about what each Student Utility Board gets to see.
Well, the Student Utility Board actually becomes part of each department. We like to go in more detail with every department, once they're here, but we really don't have the time to do that. But, a lot of the students get very interested, and if it gives them an idea if this is the direction they might want to go, and we hope that it works out. We got four
that's right.
students working right now with FPU part-time as they go to school, and it's working out well for them. And I hope they enjoy it. But you know, we try to teach them, and it's very interesting. There might be some days it gets boring. You know, it's like school sometimes. You know, but I think it's very, very important.
Yeah, I tell the ones that we have working with us, so it's running the camera today. We appreciate them so much, but you know, they learn things. Some of the things they're doing now they already know, but learning to work around people and how things work in a situation is one of the key things they learn. And of course, in many cases, they teach us stuff and the new, younger ways of doing things. And it's a really good program, and we're appreciative that we have them. We appreciate you giving them the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, I learned a lot from my granddaughter on the iPhone. You know, she can show you things you don't even know.
That's true.
Have an idea about. So.
That's true. Washington U Tour, we mentioned that earlier, but, you know, with COVID, there's not a tour, but we still have a riding contest. The riding contest has been going on for a long time, and so that program's still going on. We give scholarships now.
That's correct. You know, with the way that TECA's had to change things, and maybe someday they come back where, you know, you can travel to Washington, D.C. and those kinds of things for these students, and we'll just see how that turns out. Yep.
The winners this year are Lewis Lopez from Lincoln County High School, Lauren Petty from Fayetteville High School, and Callie Eldridge from RCA. And Lewis was the first place overall, and his paper was submitted to TECA, and it'll be judged for statewide. Last year, we were very fortunate. We had one of these people won $10,000, so that was really a good thing.
That's a lot of money to help in school.
That's right. So you never know. So we have some good programs. We want to also mention, and we mentioned earlier about ways to get in touch with us, but you know, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, YouTube, lots of information we share out there on a daily basis, and we have a website that we're proud of, and we keep it updated. It's not the same. We work on it all the time, and we have rates out there and policies and all kinds of news things that we have going on, and so we're proud of that, and we've been working on that to keep that up and looking good. So anything else you got before we go, Britt?
Just look out for all the scams that's going on, and be very, very careful with phishing emails, and because it's becoming more and more every day. We experience it a lot, but you know, if you're unfamiliar with it, don't open it, because it could sure mess up a lot of things, you know, all the way back through firewalls and those things as well. But it's very, very important, you know, opening emails or attachments or things like that. Really pay attention to what's going on today.
When in doubt, just delete it. We get so many an phishing email that he's talking about where they're just trying to get some information from you, and I've been a scam of it myself. I was just telling Riley about it, that situation there. But your emails, be very careful. If it don't look right, you know, let us know. Let us give us a buzz, and we will look it up and make sure. But when in doubt, just don't do it.
That's correct.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good week, and a lot of hay being put up everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of hay, a lot of work. But maybe I can get off a little bit and get our hay done. So
yeah, we'll see what we can do.
See if you let me off.
I'll see. We'll talk about it. All right. Well, we've had the boss here today, our CEO, General Manager Britt Dye, on the Breakfast Club Newsmakers and here on Fayetteville Public Utilities Channel 6. We appreciate both radio stations working with us, getting us on the air once a month, and we appreciate you watching and listening here on Fayetteville Public Utilities Channel 6.